Alright, so recently I've watched the new Superman movie directed by James Gunn, and I thought it was terrific.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And that had me thinking of a video idea. I don't know if this is crazy or not. Is James Gunn the best superhero / comic book movie director? Listen, that might sound crazy, but I was thinking for this video, I'm gonna go through a bunch of different things and compare James Gunn to what he's done for comic books and superheroes, how he compares to other directors, and also what James Gunn actually does in his own movies, and that make him so good. And then I'm gonna come to a conclusion whether he is or isn't. So stick around. Listen to me talk to James Gunn for like about 10 minutes.
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
So first thing I want to talk about is James Gunn and how he kind of brings more attention to these comic book characters. I mean, originally Iron Man was not really a very high famous character at the time, but made the movie about him, movie banged, and Iron Man became a much more popular character, especially in the comics. And James Gunn does a similar thing as well. He takes these very small niche, like very not well-known characters. Like before Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, no one knew who they were. No one knew who the Guardians of the Galaxy were. They weren't famous. No one was talking about Rocket Raccoon or Groot or Star-Lord. They weren't really, it wasn't like a common thing to talk about, right? Compared to the Avengers and everything. But then he made the movie. It banged. Soundtrack banged. And then boom, everyone's talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm gonna be honest, I tried to search up some numbers that I could see. All I saw is that apparently after the first release of Guardians of 1, that the sales for the first issue of Guardians of the Galaxy went up by like 2 times, 2.5 times. The other 2 issues didn't get as much attention, kind of fell off. But I mean, everyone now knows who Star-Lord is, Peter Quill, Groot. Groot is like one of the most famous characters now. I'm staring at a little Lego Groot I have on my desk. Like Groot is like well known, Baby Groot. Like all these guys are become super well known, and he brings like that attention where these comic books can be more easily digested with his movies. And it's amazing because I mean, comic books are great. I love reading comic books, so it's cool that he could kind of show those characters some love. And then he does it for all 3 of those movies. He does it again with Suicide Squad, even though Suicide Squad, I say was more known than Guardians of the Galaxy before that first movie came out. But he doesn't just take like the high A-tier villains. He gets, well, I mean, he does have Harley Quinn, but he gets like these really weird unknown people. Like most of those guys I never heard of. The guy that Idris Elba plays, I had no idea who that was. A Bloodsport, I think that was his name. Didn't know who Peacemaker was. I kind of knew who Polka Dot Man was, and it's so cool that he's able to take these characters and raise them to a level higher where more people get to know them. And even Peacemaker gets his own show, which I love. I think the Peacemaker show is amazing. John Cena does so good in that show, and he takes it another step forward with the Creature Commando show, which is also really good. I only heard of some of those villains, if any. Now I want to know more about them. Now I want to go out and go buy a comic book for it and then go read about Atomic Skull. So I think that's a really cool part of what James Gunn's able to do with his movies, kind of expand the comic books and make people want to go buy them and maybe indulge in 1 or 2 to get the source material that he's making these amazing movies from.
Go! Go! Go, Web, go!
Now I want to talk about James Gunn's fellow competition with other directors who also do comic book / superhero type movies. I'm not saying that's all they do, but I should acknowledge the other people who could be contenders for, you know, the GOAT, the greatest. So first, I want to begin with Matt Reeves made the Batman, probably one of the best adaptations of Batman I've seen. That movie's amazing. I love that movie. I love watching it. My best friend Tish is a big fan of that movie. I think he watched it 7 times in the theater. Just everything about the movie, the ambiance, the acting, the music, how Bruce Wayne is in his early years is very accurate to the comics as well. I'm not saying it has to be comic accurate to be an amazing movie, but sometimes when the comics are really good, you kind of want to follow that path. And just Matt Reeves' portrayal of Gotham, that is the most realistic type of Gotham I've seen. Such a dark and gritty city. It was so good. I love that movie. And then he also made The Penguin, where one of the best acting performances I've seen as the Penguin. That I haven't finished it. I'm like close to finishing it, but it's so good as well. They're amazing. They're some of the best superhero movies. But he's only did it once. Maybe when the second one comes around and it blows me out of the water as well, then I'll come back and I'll do another one about Matt Reeves when that movie comes out, like 2028 or 2027. Another actor, if we're gonna stay on the topic of Batmans, let's say the Batman trilogy with Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy. It is easily some of the best Batman movies or superhero movies I've seen in my life. I was very young, especially watching the first one. I remember seeing the third one with Bane in theaters, and the one with Heath Ledger as Joker could be the best Batman movies I've ever seen. Maybe even superhero movies I've ever seen. It's just that performance. Everything about that movie is so iconic and so unforgettable, especially with that first scene with the clowns and robbing the bank. And I think Christian Bale is such a good actor, and he does a great job as Batman. And I love his Alfred. I love how he is as Bruce Wayne. like the playboy millionaire. I think his Batman could be a little bit better, but he's still cool. I like seeing the fight and everything, and I think that trilogy is amazing. But I don't think I could call Christopher Nolan the GOAT of comic movies. He might be the GOAT of movies. He makes some of the best movies I've ever seen in my life, but I don't think I could say it about comic books and superhero stuff. I also want to bring up Sam Raimi and his Spider-Man movies. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero of all time. I grew up watching those movies, like genuinely grew up watching them. I was really little when I was watching them. I saw them all, and I love them. Spider-Man 2 is known widely as the best out of that trilogy. And Sam Raimi to go from horror to some like Spider-Man and knock it out the park. First one is so iconic. All the music, the scenes, we wouldn't be where we are now at superhero movies without that Spider-Man movie. It was generational, and Tobey Maguire's performance is so good as well. He's like a great Peter Parker, like a very accurate Peter Parker, and I love it. But there's things like, they look a little old for when it's supposed to take place. Like these guys look like 30 years old, and they're like in high school and still bullying people. Like little minor things I could pick out like that. And the second one, Dr. Octavius, the whole Harry getting set up, Spider-Man and MJ's relationship, him losing his powers. It's one of the best. It has some of the coolest scenes, like them climbing up and down the Empire State Building. No, I don't know. Them climbing up and down that skyscraper in New York, him stopping the train. And then the third one, it's not a lot of people like it, but I love it. I really do love that movie. I love Venom. I love how Eddie Brock was. I love when he got the black suit and then Peter kind of just turned evil. I think that's super funny to me, and me and my dad reference it a lot of the time, especially the dance he does. And I like that movie a lot too. And I would say they're a close contender, but no, I don't think it can be Sam Raimi. Only 3 movies, but 3 superhero movies. I don't know. And then there's also a discussion for, I think the closest comparison I think would be the Russo brothers making movies like Captain America: Civil War, Captain America: Winter Soldier, Infinity War, and Endgame. The final like parts of like kind of wrapping around that MCU, where a lot of people should say that Marvel movie should have ended there. Those movies are phenomenal, and I didn't realize the Russo brothers made those until I started doing research for the video, and I'm like, wow, I don't know if I could say that James Gunn is the GOAT, because look what these guys did. But I'm gonna say a really bad argument where it's kind of the amalgamation of everything that makes those movies, especially Infinity War and Endgame, so good, right? So I'd say it's a little easier because kind of it was set up for them. But Civil War is probably one of my favorite Marvel movies. Like that's not Endgame and Infinity War, and Winter Soldier is just an amazing movie by itself. It's so close, but James Gunn, he's done it in all forms. He's done it on both universes. It didn't have to just be Marvel. He did Marvel, now he's the co-head of he's doing it on DC now. 3 Guardians of the Galaxy movies are amazing. I like obviously the first one makes a very special place in my heart. Suicide Squad is very good. I like Suicide Squad a lot. Superman really pushed this whole opinion over for me. Peacemaker and Creature Commandos are amazing. I don't want to get too much into it right now. I think I'm going to just save it for the next segment. I just want to take the time to acknowledge all the other good directors there are for great directors for these superhero movies. But let's get to the next one.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
The Gunn doesn't jam. Now I want to talk more about what James Gunn does himself in his movies and what he brings. I think James Gunn is an expert at knowing what he wants to show the people. And I also think he has a great love for comic books as well. He clearly takes a lot of time to look into his stories, the stories that he's making, the characters, and he wants to make it as properly and closely related as he can while also making a really good movie. He also cares a lot what his fans want. Like fans have been wanting a Superman movie done in a way like All-Star Superman, like the hopeful Superman, the symbol of hope, not the aura farming Snyder one. But they wanted that. And what did James Gunn do? I remember he released a picture of the classic Superman for like the new DC logo, I think. And everyone knew, it was like, oh, this movie's going to be a hit. And it was. The movie's great. It's everything you want to see. There's some shots in that movie where I'm like, wow, man. They really love this guy. Like, he really loves what he does. You could tell how much love goes into these movies. And how he makes Superman make him seem corny. Because he is a corny guy. He's not as brooding, super cool all the time. He's a guy that people like he has said he wants people to be able to laugh at him. Like, hey, laugh at me, don't laugh at other people. That's like the Superman, and that's the Superman they show in the movie. Fight scenes are awesome. All the side characters are great. I can't believe I saw Guy Gardner and Mr. Terrific and a Hawk Girl in a movie. And it shows this DC universe that's already established. Not like Superman is what's creating it. Like, it doesn't come from him. It's already a world that exists. I think he's gonna do great things for DC. He also has great music choice. That punk rocker song in the end credits has been stuck in my head. Crypto is also really cool, and I'm really excited to see Supergirl. Super excited. Also, that point, he has a great way to pick what songs. Guardians of the Galaxy 1, yeah, like Hooked on a Feeling. He has Escape, Cherry Bomb, Come and Get Your Love. I listen to those songs all the time after I watched that movie. Like, I watched it, I kept hearing the songs, and I listened to more songs like that. And he has like the perfect sound choice in one. Guns Legacy 1 is amazing. And he does it for all the other ones too. He puts all these bangers, these hits of these old songs, really show like Peter Quill's like how young he came up into space and around the time. So now he has all those music on that he plays on his Walkman to listen to. The shots he takes are amazing as well. Like that first intro scene in Guns N' Galaxy 1 is great. The fighting scene where he fights his dad, and the second one is amazing. In the third one, the scene where they're all in like those colorful jumpsuits bouncing around that space facility, and the whole story he does with Rocket Raccoon, it's so sad. And I think he really has a good grip on who his characters are and what he wants to do with them. It's crazy, and I can't believe I get to see it on like a screen. Like I get reading it, like reading the comics, but seeing it on the big screen and seeing like the characters that I read out, and like I'm like, wow, I just saw the character come straight off the pages, and I'm able to watch it. And then he makes very entertaining stuff. Like he's also the comedy for his stuff is very good. He's a very funny guy. Peacemaker, I think, is one of the shows recently that I genuinely laughed so much at. Like I found it so funny. I found that show so funny, and I'm super excited for season 2, which comes out by the time I'm recording this, like in August next month. So it's so cool, and then to take a character like Peacemaker and make him so, like, I'm excited to know more about Peacemaker. And that's all came from Suicide Squad, with all the smaller characters that not a lot of people know about, and just make a really cool team. And I can't believe I saw Starro. I saw Starro fight on a movie theater. I can't believe that. I don't know how you did that. And that fight was so cool. And he also knows who to keep. Like the fact that he kept the same actress for Amanda Waller, because honestly, I don't see any other actress being Amanda Waller than her. It's so smart. Like he knows what people want to see. And Creature Commandos is also really cool, and that's like an animated show. And I thought it was awesome as well. I liked all the characters in that. It was a very nice watch. It was violent enough, it was silly enough, it was funny enough, and it was very interesting all the way till the end, where I want another season. I want to watch more of these characters that I know before, and maybe him introduce some characters I don't know and get to love them the same. I think he's truly, I don't care, as I saw in a hashtag, #thegunndosentjam. Now let's get to the conclusion. I think we all know where this is about to go. After looking back at everything, and you guys, if you made it to the end, thank you so much. But in conclusion, if you couldn't tell if you watched the whole video, it's James Gunn. I think to me it's James Gunn. I think it's the most thing that makes sense. I talk a lot to my friends about this video, and they're saying, I don't think it's so cut and clean. They think it's the Russo brothers for what they've done, or Matt Reeves just because his stellar, amazing Batman movie. But I just think James Gunn has done it so many times, and he's going to continue to do it, and he always does it well. The Gun does a jam. The Gun blew my mouth. No. Maybe we cut that one. If there's a comic movie made by James Gunn, I'm there. I'm getting premiere tickets. I'm gonna go watch it. Yeah, James Gunn's a GOAT. If you have any other thoughts or opinions, please come leave a comment. We could discuss or talk about it. I would love to do that. Or maybe I missed out on a director, and if you want to bring him up, and then maybe I come back to this and I change my mind and make another video, I could definitely do that. Well, thank you for watching. I think I got a movie video I'm doing next, talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you guys want to check that out, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys soon, I think.